Margarita's here. I know he's here somewhere. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Napolitano, right over there. Steve. I believe, let's see who else. Blaze Modeling Agency. 4 models, buy models. Stephanie Blaze is the founder, and Blaze models have appeared in Sports Illustrated, Candy Magazine, and Maxim, just to name a few. So, and soon you'll be hearing the musical stylings of the South Bay acoustic musician we were talking about either. I thought it was some kind of dessert. But giclée is actually the finest method of printing an art piece that's available today. And if you hurry, the artist will be here to personalize yours for you. Don't wait. When they're gone, they're gone. And let's not forget those posters. Who wouldn't want a shirt or poster with these bathing beauties depicted on it? You'll see what I'm talking about in just a minute. Membership. I've got to push membership. This is important. This is the oil that keeps this machine moving. So many people have been so generous for the last 3 murals and now this 4th. You may know that we're planning on 10 in 10 years. This is number 4. And for the price of a fast food meal, one person in particular who has been amazingly generous. That person is Milo Butler. Where are we, Milo? Where are you, buddy? There he is. Right over there getting the free drink I just bought him. Gotta love him. He makes drinks for me all week. You might as well have one for him. It gives me great pleasure to present to him number 1. Put down the glass. Stand away from the door. Keep your hands in plain sight. Milo Butler, print number 1. Put your hands together, please. Talented artist, as you will see. Steve? Like walking out of the bathroom.
Thank you all for coming down here. Really appreciate it. I don't really have anything prepared to say for this right now, other than to say thank you to all of the people that have helped put this together. George Schmelzer was a major part. Dean Noda and Linda Jo Russell, and all the other people from the Mural project. I thank you, Mike Flaherty. Was up here on the scaffold with me every day, and all the neighbors who came by and gave encouraging words. I was a little bit nervous at a couple of points in this thing that having all these bare bottoms up here might be provocative, but it wasn't. Hermosa Beach seems to embrace the bottom. So I do appreciate that from everybody, and I appreciate everybody's coming down here to see the unveiling, and do support the Hermosa Murals project. If you've got spare $10 or so, toss it in there, because this is a very worthwhile project. This is number 4 of 10. I don't know if that was said earlier before, but there are 10 projected murals for this project, and I hope to get another one. So I'd be going to a good cause.
By the way, Steve.
Some of the folks that come out from inside, you'll see why they made me stand over here. So, ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, like Rick, I have to say that normally, can you hear it? Normally the founder and president of the Hermosa Beach Murals Project, Chuck Sheldon, would do the honors, but as Rick said, since his wife and he are over in Hong Kong, sailing around the world, I'm here to fill in. Rick has welcomed all of you, and I must say it's wonderful to have so many guests here on a Sunday afternoon, afternoon, for the unveiling of mural number 4, with 6 more to go. As you'll see in a few moments, our mural presents a series of 8 vignettes depicting swimwear in Hermosa Beach as it evolved over the last century. While the transitions from one style to another were never sudden, there were definite differences from one period to the next. Before the curtain goes up on the mural, or the tarp comes down, I want to introduce you to a few live stand-ins for the individuals who you'll finally see on the mural. They represent Hermosa's past, present, and future. That's why I had to stand out front. Our first vignette features one of Hermosa's earliest residents, Mrs. Charlotte Madison, or Lottie as she was known in 1905. Coincidentally, Lottie was the Master of Ceremonies' great aunt. Not this Lottie, but the one that's on the mural. Lottie was married to Ralph Madison, who founded Hermosa's first bank. Can you imagine her posing in her fashionable swimsuit in front of Hermosa's first pier built in 1904? To prevent skirts from rising around the body when entering the water, a risque possibility back in those days, suits like Lottie's had little weights sewn into them. Of course, it's possible that the weights were also helpful in fighting off sharks and male bathers. But it's easy to imagine that more than one swimmer was pulled below the waves as she struggled with her weighty costume. Our second vignette features Hermosa's then soon-to-be mayor, Logan Cotton, in the late 1920s, talking with a stylish beachgoer and trying to understand the rules governing men's swimwear which the city council had just adopted. You can see earlier that shoulder straps were becoming an important part of the design of bathing suits. And talking about shoulder straps, Hermosa's city marshal, Mr. E.L. Messenger, either is seen here, either reprimanding a bather or asking. If you had any doubt why I had to stand out here, you're now here. In Vignette 4, I want you to imagine a wide beach in front of the old Biltmore Hotel that occupies now Noble Park, or occupied then Noble Park at 14th and Strand. It was built in 1926, also called the Surf and Strand Club. At an indoors Hermosa, we have Hermosa's own godfather of surf photography, according to the New York Times, to thank for vignette number 5. The photo that you'll see later was published in Leroy Granis's Surf Photography of 1960s, 1970s, and printed by Taschen Press. The photo's caption more or less sums it up. Quote, Hermosa Beach Strand, 1967, then as now, Hermosa was one long summer vacation for the young and tanned. The bikini, or its close relative, had finally arrived on Hermosa's shore. Mr. Granis's son. Vignette number 7 brings us back to the present and possibly to the culture wars that were talked about way back in 1931. For a period of time, the International Volleyball Federation wanted the sport to be sexy. Most Hermosa volleyball fans and players enthusiastically agreed. Recently, however, shorts above the knee and sleeved or sleeveless tops have been encouraged out of respect for the cultural requirements of other countries. I'm just glad that in this case, Hermosa is not on the cutting edge of change and that we're lagging behind in the implementation of these new...
West George, why don't we move over here?
Oh, they don't want our picture? All right.